to do a painting of a horse, and this is a photo that I took, and we're going to paint from this reference material, although I'm just going to crop it right up close to the eyes because the painting I want to do is an emphasis on the eyes. I put in just a quick pencil line just to kind of give me a little reference point of the eyes, the close-up of the face. And right now I'm trying to figure out, I want to put in the background first, and I'm trying to figure out what color I want to put that would complement the horse but also just work well with it all. So I'm going to, since this is watercolor, I'm going to water the back, just use plain water just to wet it. And I'm going to come in with some orange. I want the background to be pretty but not over an overstatement for the subject. Now the watercolor will dry a little bit lighter and brighter. Since I'm trying to put in a fast background, I use a wide brush. This is a 1.5 inch Sigle brush. And just like a dentist has certain tools for what he's doing in his practice, an artist needs to have a variety of tools also. You want to be sure when you're doing your watercolor you have quality brushes, because bad brushes will mess it up very quickly. So now I'm going to clean off the brush, and I want to bring in some purple. I use purple because I'm painting animals, and when there's just a lot of purple and oranges and blues in an animal or in a person, when you really study them and you get good lighting on them, you'll see it. I decided not to wet it. See how it, I like that better. When you're painting without water on the background, you're likely to get a hard edge right like that kind of, so you got to put it in fast so you don't get a bunch of hard edges, unless you don't mind hard edges. If you're going to do anything right in your painting, do the eye right. I'm going to put in some burnt sienna. This is just the first glaze, first layer. There'll be about 2 or 3 more layers of other color on top of this. We've done the background and the first layer of the eyes, and so while we let that dry, because it's all pretty wet, I'm going to come in with a purple and put in the deepest shadow areas on the horse eyes. So in this case it'd be deep into the mane, any shadow area like that is what we're going to be putting in. So since it's a big painting, I'm going to load my brush with paint, and it doesn't matter how intense the value is once it's down. I'm just first of all laying my ground here. I want to be sure to keep the definition of the eye and the eyelid, so make sure I get a little bit more control on working on that. Otherwise, holding on the end of the brush is alright. I don't want to go into the eye yet because it's still wet, and if I did that where it's wet, it would like suck in the paint. Okay, I have finished putting in the first layer of the deepest, darkest shadows, and even though it's a kind of a thin layer, it's marking my my map of where I'm going to go with this piece. And then the next step will be bringing in some more oranges and some blues.